So next I want to have a look at this test file and see if there's anything I want to clean up. Next I want to look at a problem that we had with this main screen. Now it works. I expected it to not work. Hi, and welcome to another hacking session on SmartNotes. In this session, I wanted to continue with the automated test framework and do some cleanup and see if we can write some more test cases to cover upcoming refactorings. So as usual, I will start my timer for 25 minutes and we'll go. Okay. So the first thing I want to look at is the test files that we created here. I think I want to put those in a separate directory, including this example notes. And those files are not inside the SmartNotes our literate document at all, so we have to manage those files outside. So I'll just create a directory and move the files there. So let's let's call them, let's see, test resources, perhaps. And we do move example notes to test resources, and we move actual, or rather expected. Do we have an expected? Oh, it's just called main screen. Okay. So let's call that one expected main screen instead. Like that. And now in test resources, we have expected main screen and actual main screen. This one should be get ignored, but we can remove it for now. And we have to update the test to, let's see, example note is now in test resources, and assert drawn image is, so let's just assume that these files are in the test resources directory, so we can put it here, test resources actual, yeah, and this should be assert drawn expected main screen. Or let's, should we call it expected? Let's undo that. So we move it back. Expected, and let's just call it main screen. Okay, so will this work now? No. Let's see, assert drawn image. The diff should be actual path, and path here should be or rather, we should do it like this. And same for this. Like that. And we need to import OS. Okay. So let's see what happens when we run the tests. Okay, diff main screen and test reason. Okay, so diff. Oh, we didn't join with anything. Path join test resources path like that. All right. So let's commit this. So we will say example nodes, this one is moved, this one is moved, this one is moved, this one is moved. And we modified this to reflect the move. And then we'll write something like that. And also we want to ignore the actual files because we never want to commit those. So test resources / actual.png. See if that works. Yes. So let's commit that. Actual like that. And maybe I should move the to-do file out of this directory so we don't have to look at it in the git status all the time, but never mind. So next I want to have a look at this test file and see if there's anything I want to clean up. Let's see, we have the window and we have the driver. I'm mostly concerned with the SmartNotes end-to-end tests. The test main screen, we create a GUI driver. So probably many tests want to do that. So we can do create a setup, I think it's called. It was a while since I used this. So, and then we do self.driver, something like that. Right, let's see if that works. Still works, so that's good. And let's commit that as well. And the reason for doing this is that many tests, many end-to-end tests need a driver. Okay, so this might have been unnecessary. There might not be many more tests, but yeah, anyway. So I think this is good enough for now. Next I want to look at a problem that we had with this main screen. If we have a look at the main screen, we could see that there was only one note showing, the root note. But on the other hand, if we ran the application, we could see all the notes. And I speculated that this might have to do with animation. What's going on? Why can I not close it? Okay. What's going on? No? What's happening? I don't understand. Okay. Interesting. Anyway, I had a look at the time for the animations. If we look at the network node, when those are animated, the animation time is just 300 milliseconds. And in the test framework, by default, we had an elapsed time of 1000 milliseconds. But I suspect that for animations to work, there has to be at least 2 draw calls or 2 update calls. So we probably need to add, let's just try to add one more iteration and see if that solves it, just like that. And now if we run the test, yeah, so this failed. So now the actual main screen looks like this. And yeah, this is more what we expected. So let's see if I can open the application again and see what happens this time. But yeah, here are all notes. Let's see. Okay, so I can click on stuff. Something is really broken. I wonder what's going on. I don't understand. It's like it's not responding to events. I don't know. Interesting. So I'm not sure why that is. Really, I don't have an idea. Okay, let's go back to our test. So I'm thinking what we can do is to always do an initial iteration in the setup where the elapsed milliseconds is 0, because that will always be the case when the application starts up. And then we can do something and then expect a main screen. Yeah, okay, so that looks reasonable to me. Okay. So now it works. I expected it to not work, because we still have the, okay, still have this main screen, which is not correct, right? Yeah, this is not correct. So, okay. So having elapsed milliseconds of 0. Okay, so let's again look at, let's see, network node. So there is an update. Elapsed milliseconds is 0. So we will probably end up in here. Animation start. Okay. I don't get it. If we change this to something just non-zero, increment this to like 1 millisecond, does that help? No. Okay. And if we do 1000, okay, interesting. I mean, in a real world scenario, there will be many, many iterations, so it's not really a problem. I'm not sure what's going on here. And this code for the network node animations is not that easy to read. So I think for now, let's just stick with this one. That worked. Let's just verify that it worked. And then the fix is to do cp test resources actual main screen to test resources main screen, and I can just verify also that it looks correct. Main screen looks like this, and that's expected. Yeah. So if we run the test again, they work, and we should write a comment into saying why are 2 iterations needed for main screen to appear correct. And let's also commit this fix and say expect main screen after animation is finished. All right. So the next thing I would like to work on is to add more test cases to bring up more screens, and so we have more coverage. But I also see that my timer is close to 25 minutes. So instead I might try to figure out what's going on when I run the application. Why is it just freezing? What has happened? And I don't think there are any changes in the code since last time. So yeah, I'm really confused. We can do some, let's do some printouts like in the main loop. Let's see what's going on. Here we can also see like the first call to update. What will the elapsed milliseconds be? So yeah, we can just do, I know if do printbacks. Yeah. So that will serve two purposes. We'll see what the first time is, and we'll see if the loop hangs or whatever happens. Okay, so something is happening. Alright. Okay, so I pressed Control Q to exit the application, and then the event loop stopped for some reason. Interesting. So what happened if it's a Pygame quit? Then we return. Okay, so the loop stopped. So did we get at the very end? Let's do print and did we end up there? No, we did not end up there. Okay, and this is really confusing. What's going on? So at least are we getting the Pygame quit event? Quit, please. My guess is that we are not. We can also print the event here. Let's see what's going on. Okay. So we are getting the quit event, and we are getting the quit event. We do a return, but we don't end up here. Yeah, because we return. Yeah, of course. Okay. Where do we have the main function? Pygame main. Okay. Pygame main. So we should return. And are we ending up here? After main. I really don't understand what's going on. What's happening? Okay, I quit. And yeah, okay, after main. This is probably some stupid error. Something I've done that I've forgotten about. Okay, so main is called from where? Main. I don't get it. That was the timer, so yeah. So why? Pygame. Do you have to like quit Pygame somehow, or is there a thread running? Is this a problem? Okay, so let's just close this one and let's undo all the changes. And let's push the changes. And oops. And let's see this one. Do we still have the problem here, for example? And here it's smart nodes, example nodes. Okay, same problem here. Okay, I think I'll need to investigate this outside of this video because time is up, but yeah, I don't really know what has happened. Maybe a Python dependency changed, or yeah, I really don't know. So yeah, this happens sometimes. Disappointing. But anyway, thank you for watching this session, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.